So welcome. If you are new or newish, my name's Marty. The honor and privilege of facilitating on Tuesdays via Zoom. It's quite the privilege. Terrific. So for the month of January, this will be the last meditation on the Four Noble Truths. So I thought this evening I'm going to do a very, very short Buddhist parable, and then we'll go right into a meditation. And the fourth noble truth is the cessation of the suffering that we all endure from time to time. And in June and July, we're going to delve deep into that Eightfold Path. But tonight we'll just do a little meditation on the Eightfold Path. So take a minute, get yourself into whatever meditative position works best for you. It's okay if you're sitting up or laying down, changing the oil in the truck, whatever works. I'm going to take a moment and get in touch with our breath. If you have a breathing exercise that you already do, by all means, I'm going to take 3 very slow and deep inhalations, slow count of 8 at the top, and a slow count of 8 as I exhale. And after we do that 3 times, we'll go ahead and get started. As you continue to breathe, bring to mind any tension that might reside between your ears, in your forehead. Relax your cheeks, relax the jaw, down through your neck. Relax the shoulders. Let any tension fall down your arms, across the elbows. Just let that drain out the palms of your hands. Just breathe. Bring to mind any tension that might reside between the shoulder blades, in your chest, the abdomen. Relax the lower back, the hips, down through the legs, over the knees. Relax the calves. Just let that tension of the day drain from your feet. Mother Earth is happy to take it. And just breathe. Imagine for a moment that you're walking through the woods, along a path. Doesn't matter what it looks like, let it be your path, your woods. And as the path slowly winds from left to right, you gently come upon a river. And as you look to see if there's a way across the river to continue your journey, you look to the left and you look to the right. The river is wide and moving quickly, and there's no seemingly way to get across. As you look to the other side, you see a monk sitting peacefully on the other side. And you holler over at the monk, "Hey monk, how do I get to the other side?" The monk gently looks to the left and he looks to the right, and he hollers back at you. You are on the other side. And just take a moment and turn around and head back down the path from where you came, winding gently through the trees. Maybe they're pines, maybe they're oak. Let it be your forest. Imagine the blue sky above, gentle breeze on your face, the warmth of the sun. And as you gently walk through the woods, you see a small clearing. Nice green grassy little knoll. And as you wander out, just take a moment and imagine yourself standing in the middle of this little grassy patch. The sun touching your cheeks, gentle breeze. You're warm and relaxed. And just breathe. As you look down one side of this little knoll, you see a path in front of you. A path that stretches off into the distance. And a little sign at the beginning of the path that reads, Wise Thoughts. And just look down the path of wise thoughts. Imagine, bring to mind how you think about things. The old adage of there are two truths, relative truth, objective truth, the truth that we believe, the truth that we perceive. Maybe how we thought one way when we were a child, and now we think differently. But just imagine that path that stretches out in front of you. It's just the path of wise thought. Gently to the right, there's another path that stretches out off in the distance. It has a small sign at the beginning of the path, and it reads wise speech. Just take a moment and bring to mind things that have been spoken to you or at you, things that you may have said or didn't say. No judgment, no guilt, no shame. And just bring to mind different ways that you hear speech, different languages, different tones. And just breathe. Gently take a step to the right and once again see another path as it stretches out from the grassy knoll. The little sign in front of it that reads wise action. And bring to mind, if you will, actions you have taken, some that you have judged as good, some that have judged as bad. No guilt, no shame. Just see them as actions taken, actions from others. And just recognize them for what they are. and just breathe. Once again, just take a gentle step to the right. See a fourth path that stretches out from the knoll. The little sign at the beginning that reads Wise Livelihood. Bring to mind, if you will, maybe it's a job, maybe you're retired and you do hobbies, experiences that you've come across, other people that you work with, how they come across, how you approach each day. Those things that the livelihood can give you, those things that may have taken from you, but just bring to mind without judgment, no guilt, no shame. Just see your livelihood out in front of you and just breathe. As you continue to move to the right, once again, there's a path that stretches directly out from the little grassy patch. A little sign at the beginning of the path that reads Wise Effort. And bring to mind, if you will, those things that you exert great effort, maybe things that you give no effort. Witnessing the effort of others. But again, no guilt, no shame, no judgment. See those efforts out along that path in front of you. Recognize them for what they are. And just breathe. Once again, step to the right as you see a sixth path stretching directly out from the grassy knoll. And this little sign in front of the path that reads, Wise Mindfulness. Bring forward those times that you've actually stopped and been mindful of maybe something that you're doing. Stop to enjoy the food that you're eating, where your hands may be resting, mindful of the thoughts and feelings of others, mindful of your own feelings, what stirs inside, what brings you peace. No judgment. Just see those things that come to mind, that draws your focus inward, stretched out in front of you on the path, and just breathe. Once again, step to the right, almost completing the circle. You see another path, path number 7. The little sign in front of the path that reads, Wise Concentration. And bring to mind those things that can draw your focus. Maybe you're intently focused, concentrating on a meditation, Maybe you're in a book that's got you captured completely. Maybe you're working on a project at home, something at work. It's not good, it's not bad, it just focuses you concentrating on something in particular. See those things along the path out in front of you and just breathe. And one last time, with one more step, you see one more path, completing the circle. The little sign below that says wise understanding. And as you look out across this eighth path, bring to mind those things that maybe you thought you understood at some time in the past, and the understanding has changed. Your perspective has changed. Maybe bring to mind an aha moment, an awakening, a revelation, and just without judgment, see those things out in front of you and just breathe. Now, as you stand on top of this little grassy knoll, you're surrounded by 8 paths that all go in different directions. You might contemplate, which path do I pick first? How do I know what's important? Is it my speech, my action? Do I turn around and be more mindful? How can I concentrate at the same time and understand? Sometimes it can be overwhelming. Each path, if you choose to go down one of them, all begins with one single step in one particular direction. But much like the monk that we experienced in the beginning, I want you to imagine just sitting down gently on the grassy knoll, the sun still beating down on your face, the blue sky, gentle breeze. Just imagine, what if I choose not to take a path? What if I sit here quietly, draw within, and imagine that all 8 paths have all led to you? Maybe these paths aren't the beginning of a journey. They may be an ending. And you merely need to sit there and receive. It can go both ways. And just take a moment, quietly sit, and just breathe. And when it feels right, take in a nice, deep, cleansing breath. Slowly bring yourself back to the room. Go ahead and get yourself settled in. This evening we did a parable that kind of looks at things a little differently, and we brought forward the Eightfold Path and also looked at it a little differently. I can only speak for myself when I sit quietly and open myself up. The paths tend to come towards me and energize me and make that first step in any path that much easier. May we recognize that each and every person that we come across is walking a path of their own. Have a wonderful week, a great evening. Namaste.